Times. Thank you, Adam Shapiro.
Well, subprime loans, remember them? Subprime loans to borrowers with low credit scores, they have reached the highest level since the start of the financial meltdown. Should we be worried? Time to bring in our panel for this. We have Larry Schober from SFG Alternatives, John Tamny from Real Clear Markets, and our own Cheryl Casone. Are you at all worried, Cheryl?
Absolutely. I mean, one of the things that we have seen, and we should, make a note here that part of this is mortgage debt, which I believe is a good thing because that means ownership rates are going to go up. But overall, student loans and auto loans, Americans are getting into trouble once again, and this is a problem for the economy. And in particular, it could be a problem for the nation's banks if we see more defaults from consumers. People are taking on risk again. I'm not sure it's a good thing.
Larry, 40% of the loans in the first 11 months of 2014 went to subprime customers. Is that a problem?
Absolutely, it's a problem. A drag on growth, a drag on everything. Let's keep in mind also, 2014, the age group 35 and under had a negative savings rate of 2%. So you combine that all together, if we don't get substantial growth in the country or a heavy dose of inflation, this could spell trouble to our market like it has so many times before.
On the other hand, John, what really spells trouble is when those loans come out from government bureaucrats who don't really know how the real market works. It's not so clear that all these lines are coming from the government, right?
Yeah, I don't so much mind subprime lending as much as I mind when government meddling in the credit markets causes it to happen. So what I say is that the problem is for the economy is right now, all this misuse of credit. The good times is when this cracks up because that will force a reduction in this. Let's hope this time we don't bail out those who made the bad loans in the first place.
By the way, John Tamny, please tell me it's cold down there in Florida where you are.
It actually is.
Oh, okay, good. That makes me feel a little bit. I'm not better at your misery, but oh, God, it's cold up here. Well, an article by environmentalist Bjorn Lomborg detailing how electric cars do not really cut emissions much compared to gas-powered cars. So if electric cars don't really help the environment, do they deserve the billions, the tens of billions they get in tax subsidies, John?
They don't deserve our subsidies either way, because the simple truth is if you want to fix the environment, the single best way to do it is to grow the economy. When people are prosperous, they have a desire to improve the world around them. If they're not feeling that way, they don't care. So fix the environment, grow the economy. That means getting government out of this meddling in the electric car space.
Larry, the bottom line is they get all these subsidies from usually local governments, but also the feds as well, because supposedly they save money in electricity costs. But in fact, all of the emissions that are used to create that electricity, this guy found out, pretty much equal what a gas-powered car uses.
Yeah, let's think about it. If we're burning it with electricity, it needs something dirty to produce that electricity. Even if it's nuclear energy, I mean, we're using a scarce resource, uranium, and also potentially puts out something very dangerous that needs to be cleaned up, or something like coal. We know that that's dirty. So at the end of the day, it's not neutral. I mean, it does need something dirty to create electricity. It's not a win-win.
So, Cheryl, the billions of dollars that taxpayers have been subsidizing for these electric cars, very often going to rich folks, doesn't make much sense, does it?
Well, the subsidies could be a good thing in that you get an industry, you get an idea off the ground. I mean, certainly businesses do need help, once in a while. But we're at the point now where electric car subsidies should end because the time is now, just like the solar industry or the wind energy industry, it's time for them to stand on their own 2 feet. So taking away the subsidies now really does make the best economic sense. And look, may the best company win or lose. That's capitalism.
Kind of like raising interest rates and seeing if the stock market survives. Right, Larry?
Yes, it will. It will.
All right.